As kids and young adults in an industrial working class Scotland that is long gone, we didn't even know anyone who went abroad on holiday. The idea that one day we would spend months touring Europe every year and retire at 55 would have seemed beyond ridiculous to our younger selves. In our last video, we looked at why we decided to change our lives. In this video, we look at how budgeting enabled that change and how we budget for the trips we take. I would love to say that we are part of the FIRE movement, financial independence, retire early. Budgeting was really forced on us. 25 years ago, Rona got very ill and I got made redundant at the same time. We had to budget. For a lot of years, it's what kept our head above water. And then it turned into something else. It turned into something that was life enabling. And now we are heading for Spain for part of the winter. And of course, it's snowed and it's freezing. Now, as always, we'll try and make these videos from Spain in a fashion that might be useful to anybody who's just going to make their first big European trip or is thinking about spending part of the winter in Spain. Big part of that, of course, is budgeting. So here's the template we've used for every trip we've taken in the last 15 years. So we've left here in January in some cold weather, haven't we?
Yeah.
This is the first time the tyres have had ice all over them.
Yeah.
600 miles to Portsmouth we're going. So I tried to make a standalone video about budgeting, but it was too boring. So I thought what we'd do is do it on this actual trip. Our budgeting really came from pre-Brexit. When we and everybody else we met were touring about Europe and trying to stay as long as we possibly could. Okay, so let's crack on down this A9 and see what we've got, yeah? So that was our first overnighter, eh?
Yep.
Here in Moffat, 600 miles, and we had at least one stop. -6 here last night.
Yep.
-6
just now.
-6 now, in fact. So maybe, the snow yesterday and the weather going down here maybe illustrates why our one big indulgence are these direct ferries to Spain, It's the number one thing in our budget here. So that's it, ferry port at last.
Yep.
600 miles and 2 full tanks of screen wash later.
Yep.
Get excited now, eh?
Yeah.
But the wait to get on the ferry will soon knock that out of us, won't it?
Oh, definitely.
Very different doing this in a January compared to a May, say.
Oh, aye.
Here we go again, won't it?
Yep.
Cabin keys, boarding card to pop up your...
Perfect, thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
My colleague directive.
Thank you. Excellent. We'll just go down here and a gentleman will tell us which line to go on or which lane to go on. 17. Thank you very much. And I would say again that being first in the queue here, you could be last on the ferry.
Yeah.
There's no advantage to it. We arrive early because of the risk of driving these number of miles, That'll do us. And we've got, this goes over our mirror, camera in this case, and stays there until you get through immigration on the other side. And we've got our boarding cards and cabin tickets here. And now we settle in for the long haul, don't we?
Yep.
So through security,
Yep.
At this point we've been in the port for over 7 hours. Yeah. And it is now you start to question the sanity of this even after that long drive. But tomorrow we've got a whole day when somebody else is taking us to Spain, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when it pays off. We've been searched, both of us, through the airport type scanner as well, So it's the usual drill in the ferry, isn't it? Small bags with only what we need for 2 nights in this case, eh?
Yeah.
Make sure the handbrake's on, make sure everyone's turned off. Make sure you can lock your vehicle without putting the alarm on.
Yeah.
In the Decathlon's case, you just lock the front door, driver's door with a key, and you're sorted. And make sure you know what stairwell you're going up so you can find your vehicle on the way back. I've said this before in other videos, but you don't want to be up there wondering if you put the handbrake on.
Yeah.
Because once the car decks are closed, you don't get back down again.
You've actually come down once.
I did come down once, before they actually closed the car deck, of course, Yeah. Normally we'd go up and have a couple of drinks and watch us leaving the port.
Yeah.
I think we're going to go to bed this time, eh?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, they're great fun, these ferries, the first time, but after a few times, you know, they're interesting for about an hour, aren't they?
Yeah.
Then you're killing time. Yeah.
You're on deck 5 and your door will be the blue one on the left.
Thank you very much. Here we go again. We've got another long drive today, haven't we, to get to the
Yeah.
south coast of Spain. But once we get down to the south coast, we're going to settle down for a couple of months, aren't we?
Yeah.
And we'll have a look at this budget again. When I look at the budget and the planning, I'll look at it from the point of view of somebody who's doing it for the first time.
Yeah.
But the other things I want to look at in this trip is why we do it, the winter long stay. What it does for our physical health and our mental health, because that's kind of important as well, you know. We don't have poor mental health, but it definitely helps us, doesn't it?
Definitely.
We had a bit of a tough year last year in a lot of ways, you
Yeah.
know. 2025, a lot of good stuff. You know, some things that weren't so good. And we're not unusual in that, are we?
Nope.
Passport control, as far as I can tell, they're not doing biometric checks, not doing the fingerprint at the moment. Hello. Hola.
Hola.
Gracias. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so that was pretty easy as normal. Nobody here direct now, but
No.
that's probably because they think you need to be an idiot not to figure this out. So first toll road in Spain. Again, toll roads all the way here,
Yeah.
non-stop. Not non-stop, but you know, it gets us north to south as fast as possible. And we've been sitting on 75 miles an hour in cruise control most of the way here, you know. Speed limit's 120 kilometres an hour. So again, I'm going to pull over to the right here because there's two machines, high and low level, but the cattle windows are pretty narrow and we're often right in between the two machines. And also if Rona drops her card or something, you can get out easily. Now the guy in front of us had real problems, but I think he was trying to use cash. We're going to use tap and pay. A lot easier. Yeah. No receipt, no?
No,
Nah, no matter.
I don't know where the seat button is. It's
Do you see how much it was?
41.90 something.
41.90, yeah. So that's been minus 7 degrees to plus 17 degrees in 4 days.
Yeah.
Now obviously you could fly somewhere warmer in 4 hours, couldn't you? But we do have our van here. We are here for 2 months, and that's the thinking, really. Time to sort the body and mind out, isn't it?
Yep.
So we're finally settled in Spain, eh?
Yep.
Got over the travel. Now, to be fair, it's probably the coldest start to the year.
Oh, definitely, yes.
We've experienced here. There's been a Mediterranean storm which has blasted rocks and gravel onto the beachfront walkway and things like that. But we're walking every day. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, I think this video might be quite short because I just want this one done so I can start to make videos in better weather, you know. But I think the next video we're going to talk about what this does for our mental and physical health.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which is really the reason for doing it. But I also want to fill in the rest of our budget, everything but the last item there.
Yeah.
Sorry, motorcycle going past there. I want to fill out every item in our budget apart from the last one, because we know what it's going to cost. But also look at how we rough out a trip or any trip.
Yeah.
You know, because I think it might be helpful for anybody who's taking their first trip to Europe and maybe just looking at the map and thinking, where do I go? When do I go? What's feasible in my time frame and what it's going to cost.
Yeah.
How we do that very, very quickly, you know. All right, so I think we'll sign off.
Yeah.
And we'll say hi to Cleo, Charlie, Joey and Olive. Catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.